Hey guys, what's up? We are on
This is why
Instagram.
he's never done it before.
I'm trying something different, Kellen, okay? Have a problem with that?
Yes.
Okay,
Go.
why did you mute his mic?
I muted mine. Oh.
Well, if you haven't heard, we're on Instagram, VIC Podcast, anchor.fm/VIC Podcast, TikTok, VIC Podcast, or you could search on YouTube, Voices in the Crowd.
Yeah.
For all our video platform watchers, if you're out there.
For all your video needs.
And you can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. We're probably there. Voice in the Crowd. Yep.
Yeah, if you guys want other video content, just let us know. Maybe we can pull a few strings and get something out for you guys.
Yeah. Also, when we get to 50 subscribers,
Yeah, we got to
Our-
remind them.
Let's just set a goal for
Cooking
25
challenge.
right now.
Well,
Let's
we
just
have-
set
why?
goals.
Because we're one away.
Well, I think we should have the major goal of 50, but have little goals along
I'll
the
just
way.
use another account to get 25.
Well, that's cheating.
For each
Just kidding.
5 subscribers, we'll release something. We'll tell a secret about ourselves that nobody knew, or something like that.
Or we could make a bunch of like non-podcast videos.
We could do that too.
Yeah.
That's honestly a better idea.
That's a much better idea than
Yeah.
I don't want you
A
guys to know
secret.
about my
And ma-
personal life
and make-
like that.
And make a
Not you guys,
better
the fans.
Think of a better idea, like a short film or something for 50.
Yeah,
Because
no
at
cooking
the
idea.
I like
rate
the
we're
cooking.
going. Well, maybe we should do the cooking thing for like one of the 5, because I feel like we're not going to hit 50.
What about-
Alan's just making an
in a long
excuse because
time.
he wants his cooking episode
What
to come
about-
sooner.
Well, yeah,
cooking at 30,
What if
short
what if
film at 50.
what if the side content is what actually works and not the
The
podcast?
side
Sour.
content blows up and then we just become a normal YouTube channel.
Exactly. Like, what if that happens? I'd rather have
I'd
that
be okay
happen.
with that.
I'd be okay with that too.
Yeah.
Hey, Kellen, you have a little drink on your
Oh,
mustache.
well, what if I'm saving
A
it,
little
Grant?
smudge. Yeah,
Other
we can just
sides.
reenact Threat
got
Level
it.
Midnight.
Thanks for
Just make
embarrassing
the
me.
whole thing.
That level midnight?
Copy them, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they posted it on YouTube, the
Yeah.
full movie.
But we can do our spin
Copy
on
it
it.
shot for shot.
Yeah, but with us instead of them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had a story I wanted to tell real quick before we got into
I call it
the-
Toby.
You want your head to
Okay,
explode?
I'll be Michael.
Joke's on you, golden face. This man was a wanted animal rapist or something like that. But yeah, my story was, we were talking about before we started recording some good old drumline memories, wearing the shirt. It had nothing to do with why we were talking about it, though. I don't know if they even noticed my shirt. But yeah, we're talking about some experiences we had back in the day, back in the high school days. Kellen didn't get to experience this because he was not on battery.
He wasn't cool enough.
Which is also known as not being cool enough. Yeah.
Hey, fun fact, I made it, but decided not to.
Because you realized you weren't cool enough.
No.
You may have the
it
skill,
factor.
but you don't have it.
I didn't have the motivation to put in that extra.
Exactly. If you have it, then you got motivation.
Okay,
So
if
you don't
I did
have
it, then that would have meant after school I would have practice on Mondays for battery and then go to sounds. And my weeks were already
It's high school.
and
Every day during high school, second semester, I wasn't getting home till like 6 or 7 p.m. at the earliest.
Okay.
I think you can do Drumline and Sounds of Summit.
I did do drumline and Sounds of Summit.
Well, battery
And Sounds of Summit.
I know it's possible, but I didn't want to.
Sounds like laziness,
That'd be
right?
too much stuff I didn't want to do.
Yeah, I was grinding. Like, I was on battery, but I wasn't on Sounds of Summit. I had to go to work right after battery.
Yeah, so you're grinding.
Yeah, so
And
I was
getting that
still
money.
grinding, and it was quite the grind. And honestly, I don't even know where all that money went because I didn't have anything to spend it on back in
Yeah.
high school.
You
so
not-
like,
You don't
found
see
things
that money
to spend
anymore?
it on. Well, I mean,
no,
like
I don't think I have it anymore. I think I just
I
spent
mean,
it on
like when
food
you
or
lost
something.
your $300.
Yeah, we're
your
not
sister.
talking
We
about
used
that
to always
anymore.
just like spend all the money we made like right away
Not I, said the fly.
until like last year started saving.
Yeah, that's how it used to go. But yeah, back to my story, which ties into it too with being paid and all that. But so there we were, battery dudes, and maybe a girl at the time too. So battery dudes and dudettes, I guess. We're just there playing our good old drummy drums for the grand reopening of the Toys R Us factory in the Summit. But it wasn't being.
Wow.
It wasn't Toys R Us reopening. Somebody bought that building or factory and remodeled
but it was at that.
Yeah, it was at that. It was at that building. So it was there, playing the drums for them, for their good old grand opening. And by the end of our performance, they're like, this lady comes out. She's like, "All right, for your guys' time and just for your time, we're gonna give you guys $20 each." And it was the first and the only time I've been paid for performing on the high school drum line. And I honestly kind of felt bad for taking the money.
Why do you feel bad?
Because why did they even have to pay us?
I would have felt like I made it.
I mean,
yeah, went to my head. Like I
and like, if they couldn't afford paying you guys, then they wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, it just like it wasn't that much of our time, and I honestly enjoyed it. Like there was no need for any payments. So in my mind,
yeah,
I enjoyed it. I didn't need to be paid for it. So.
But it's just a bonus.
Yeah, it was a cherry on top that wasn't necessary because let's say I wasn't a fan of cherries at the time for some reason.
How long were you guys there?
For like maybe 15 minutes, not very long at all. So I don't know, we had like 3 of us tenors, 5 bass drums, and maybe 4 snares. So it's at 9, 12.
Yeah.
So 12 times 20 is 120?
240.
240. I was way off. I was doing quick maths like on the fly. So
Yeah.
I mean, we could afford that.
yeah, we could afford that, but it's just kind of like
never
a
do
lot
that.
of money to just, I don't know, throw away in a way.
And that'd be cheaper than them hiring a band.
It would have been, yeah, but I don't know. There
Yeah.
was really wasn't a need for payments in that situation, and I don't. Our drumline director, I don't know if he was very. I don't. If he could have, I don't think I think he would have turned down the payment just because we don't need payment, So.
Yeah.
Are you saying
It is
you
a
wish
little-
they didn't pay you?
Well, I love that they paid us. It just they didn't need to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird for a high school group to get paid.
I never got paid playing baseball. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I would have loved a $20 to pitch one game.
Yeah, that's one of the good things being out of high school. You're able to actually get paid for your skills.
Well,
Because
I'm
doing
not very skilled enough to get paid. So
what I get paid for my job has nothing at all to do with what my skill set is.
I'm talking about at least with music. I was paid to play piano in the all district band
you're paid?
because they need
What?
last winter.
Oh, okay.
Or
I
2
thought
winters
you were
ago.
talking about wait.
Like
Were we still in
senior
high
year?
school?
No, after high school. I'm talking about the
Okay.
benefits of after high school.
Okay, I thought you were talking about during high school they paid you to perform.
Because the Thursday before the concert, they were like, "Hey, the band needs an accompanist, and we haven't been able to find anybody. So can you do it?" So I got paid $20 an hour for 6 hours of my time.
What happened to good old Miss Riff Raff?
Well, I mean, she was probably busy doing stuff.
Oh,
And I'm on the staff now, so I'm getting paid to do the same thing that I was doing in high school. And in high school, it would have been hey, we need you to play for this thing, but it was
no payments.
because you're a part of the program.
Free
It's-
labor.
Yeah, whenever I was doing my jazz trio junior year, they were like, "Hey, we have this event at John Knox Village, that pyramid building."
Yeah, the pavilion.
Yeah.
That's where I got my COVID shot at.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, they want some live music," and so we were there for an hour. Then it was like, "You want some cookies?"
That was your payment?
Yeah.
Some cookies?
Yeah, because we were high schoolers, and they asked the school for any ideas.
Did you take the cookies?
They weren't that good.
Oh,
I had a cookie. Then I was like, "Yeah, time to go."
I'd have taken all of them.
But then from my mom's school, she gave us gift cards.
Oh, nice. Where to?
Subway and Quick Trip.
Typical.
Quick Trip, yeah.
I'd-
Subway.
I would sell my
unique one.
Subway one.
Sell it for profit.
No, not for profit. That's impossible.
Is it because Subway's that bad or because you
Yeah.
just couldn't?
I wouldn't even use it. I wouldn't go to Subway.
I think they got sued recently because of the use of fake fish in their tuna.
Oh,
So now they actually now they do have real tuna, but I guess they weren't using real tuna before.
yeah. Subway's too sketchy for me, especially their chicken.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. And that's like the sandwiches I get at sandwich places are like chicken bacon ranch melts. And Subway's is bad.
And it's not like the fillers they use aren't good for you. Like, it's just that they're fillers, and like, why would you want that if you could get like 100% pure meat from somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, it's just like all like oily and greasy and grimy. I mean, just like the quality of food at Subway is not.
Sounds like you're describing Little Caesars.
Not
You better
appealing.
watch your words, Kellen. You're talking to an ex-Subway employee here.
What, for
okay?
like 2-3 weeks?
Months?
Months?
Wow.
It was like a couple months at most.
Couple months?
Wow.
Yeah, 2
you
months.
put in a season,
Huh. I thought it was like a month at
a
most.
sixth of a year,
Yeah.
a sixth of a year of your life.
Yeah, so they owned me at one point. So don't talk bad on my former owners like that.
I mean,
You don't even put that like on. You wouldn't. Would you even put Subway on a resume?
Yeah.
You
would?
Even though you got fired?
What if they reached out and they're like, we don't know who that is?
It's
Well,
only two. It's
my
only like
management-
less than 2 months too.
I mean,
The
that would
management
almost
left as soon as I left too. So like
that would be
there's, like,
that'd be
no-
more that'd be more questionable than some work experience. That'd be like, why were you there for 2 months?
Plus, I don't think you would need to put Subway on there since you've worked at Target for like
almost
over
3
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whenever I've been looking for jobs, like a while back, whenever I was jobless, I would put Subway. And whenever it said reasoning for leaving, I just put I had school.
Yeah.
Even though
It's
that
not
was
fired.
yeah.
You were fired?
Yeah, I was fired.
Would you put the do
Oh,
not
you missed
contact?
shift or something?
What?
Would
Oh
you
yeah. No, I'd put contact because I knew my manager at the time left too, so
Oh,
they would have no idea who I was. They'd be like, "Yeah, I mean, I guess he worked here."
they would have to look at paperwork.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he worked
my
here for like a
gosh.
month and a half.
And then they would see fired.
Maybe.
I mean,
use the
if
term-
if they went to the paperwork, I would
I was
sure
still,
it'd be on there.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
Well, I could see my manager
Maybe
being the
it's
type of
what they-
person to not get to that
what
because
if
she
it
like
said
did not
terminated?
care.
Well, like the new managers, because you said she left whenever you left.
Yeah. So I think she maybe dealt with me before.
Maybe
she
you were
left.
the reason she left.
No, I don't think
Ooh.
so. I didn't work there long.
Dang.
I didn't work
Like
many
she
shifts.
saw how much of a pain you were, and she was like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm quitting.
Did you like stop showing up, or like why were you fired?
Well, they texted me, and honestly, it's kind of cloudy if I'm being honest. Like I don't really
I
know.
remember.
I don't really know. I mean, I know that I was fired because I didn't turn in a food handler's permit. So I'm not too sure why.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of cloudy, like as to like, did I stop showing up or did they stop scheduling me? Like
Oh,
I don't
okay.
really remember all that.
Like the
I
process
remember.
of being fired.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I was fired. Just
Okay.
I'm not.
That's
really-
not a terrible
Yeah,
reason.
I'm
then.
pretty sure that they gave you like a deadline for when you could turn it in, and then after that, they just wouldn't schedule you, and you couldn't work there.
Okay. I mean, that's like a better reason than not showing up.
Well, the kicker is I did have a food handler's permit.
Yeah,
I
he just-
was
you just
never-
never turned it
I
in,
never printed it off. Yeah. Well, I don't have a printer in my house, so it was just an inconvenience for me to go to like the library
or send it to your school email and do it at school.
I could have done that too, but I don't know.
Or
It
ask a
just-
friend.
I could have done that. At the time, like I couldn't tell you my thinking. It's just I'm pretty sure it was just an inconvenience.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
me,
Subway's
so-
probably not.
I mean, it's just Subway.
worth it.
What?
Yeah.
Were you getting paid like minimum wage or something?
No, I was like at the time I was being paid pretty good. Honestly, it was like $10 an hour, which
really?
was like
I
which
thought it
was
would
a-
have been like $8 an hour.
no,
maybe.
which was a plus for my other jobs I've worked. So because I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings before, and I got paid like
B-dubs?
I got paid like $8 an
Got
hour.
the occasional tip.
Yeah, well, I got lots of tips working cashier, and I think they recently like made it to if you're a cashier, you get paid
Like
a
less.
waiter's wage,
Yeah.
wage, you know. So
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
it's not right. It's pretty messed up.
Because still, even on carryout orders, a lot of people just don't even think to tip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we don't really do much. We just bag it.
Like the most I would
Yeah, there's not
tip
all.
on a carryout order is like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time I've tipped is like whenever there's like a tip line.
There's always a tip line on the ones that.
Yeah, that's why I
Buffalo
write
Wings.
like
they make you
$1.
sign it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, now
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
like on the pad,
Yeah.
but
Oh, like electronically?
Yeah.
A lot of times
Oh, if
I'm
it's
just like,
electronically, I would put no tip. But if I have to actually sign a receipt, then I'll write like $1 or $2.
yeah, I think most of the time I tip, but whenever I don't, I sometimes try to like click on something so they can't see that, that I didn't tip.
I always tip unless like I'm feeling like extra poor that day. Then I'll be like, you know what, guys, I can't give you a dollar today because I need that dollar.
Ooh,
You must be really poor then.
I forgot where this was. This wasn't in Lee Summit. I forgot where it was, but it was like a drive-through place, and I got to the window and it was like, what's your favorite movie? Like Marvel or DC or something like that, and it was like tip jars.
Yeah.
And then they're like, who's your favorite superhero? And then I was like, I don't watch superheroes. They're like, oh, okay.
Shouldn't be like, I don't know what Marvel and DC even are.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
That'd be a little ridiculous.
Well, you
But,
never know.
Yeah.
Grant and I could tell you about our experience like trying to get a job at a movie theater in the Summit.
Oh.
Bro, I was so excited.
Was it
Ryan and I
whenever
would get-
B&B like bought the theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so excited. I wanted to work there so bad.
Yeah, it was Ryan, Grant, and I.
Yeah.
We went to
Open interviews.
Yeah, because they had open interviews. We saw, so we were like,
Weren't they up in the laser tag?
Yeah.
area?
Did you go to that too?
No.
Oh, then how did you know?
Well, just going to the movies, I saw like open interviews this way.
Oh.
But yeah,
I don't know why I remember it, but
Oh, I'll tell you guys how my interview went. Well, I only remember one detail of it. I remember they asked us what our favorite movie was, and
I don't like movies.
to sound like professional and snobby at the same time. So like, oh, this dude knows his stuff. I said like a classic movie I've never seen before. At the time, I said,
What if they could tell you were lying?
I don't. Well, I probably because like, why would a kid like me at that age like find this movie like? Why would that movie be my favorite movie out of all the movies I've seen before? But I think I said like Citizen Kane or Casablanca.
Oh my gosh.
Only because I knew they were classics. And I
Yeah,
was like,
I said Pitch Perfect.
oh,
And like passionately. They definitely did not think I was lying. Because who just lies about Pitch Perfect?
I mean, like, I don't think they actually cared because, like, oh, this person's just going to be sweeping up popcorn after movies.
Yeah.
Why? Who cares about their opinion? It was probably like some corporate.
I thought my interview went really good.
I thought all of our interviews
I
were
know.
pretty good.
I heard
Dang.
Ryan.
I guess there was just a surplus of.
Yeah, there
interviewers.
had to have been. Yeah.
Ryan said that they talked about him playing baseball, and they asked him how hard he could throw, and he said like 70 something. And then me playing baseball came up also, and they said, yeah, we just had another guy that came in here that said he played baseball. He was like throwing in the 70s. I was like, okay. And they asked how hard I threw, and I was like,
80.
mid high 80s. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Did Ryan get a job?
No, none of us
Oh,
got
okay.
jobs there.
Yeah, I was so like anxious about like getting a call in like the next week or two because I was really wanting it, but
What year was that?
That was our junior.
that was
year.
that was
My niece. Had
that
just
was
been
May
born.
2018.
So that.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say May like 28th or something. Like, you know the exact date.
No, that was
I
May
think-
2018,
Yeah, because
right?
Infinity War came out recently too. So yeah,
Yeah.
afterwards, me, Grant, and Ryan, or Grant, Ryan, and I went to the hospital to see my newborn niece.
I haven't been in a movie theater, I think, since The Rise of Skywalker.
That's a long time ago.
That was like,
That's freshman
That's-
year of college.
yeah, 2020.
20.
Or no. December of 2019.
Yeah, I haven't been in a movie theater in like probably like beginning of the year. This year.
There just haven't been good movies.
There was this one movie that I wanted to see in theater, but I'm glad I didn't. I watched it on HBO Max instead, and it was honestly pretty terrible.
What was it?
It was The Little Things.
Ooh, I just watched that this weekend.
What'd you think of it?
Terrible. I mean, like, I just felt like it was building up to something, and there was nothing.
Ethan's typing.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Looks like he's alive.
So, like, okay. Denzel Washington is my dad's favorite actor.
Uh-huh.
He just loves all his movies. Like, they're always on, like, TNT or, like...
What, like Training Day?
Yeah, that's his favorite. You want to go to jail or you want to go home? He quotes it all the time. And I had sent him the trailer like 6 months ago or whatever, whenever it first dropped. He's like, ooh, we're going to go see that. And I was like, it's on HBO. And so we were watching it. The best scene was the opening scene.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Did it
It's
just
a
get
cute
worse
refresh
from
memory.
there?
Yeah, okay. The beginning scene, this isn't spoilers because it was just like the first 4 minutes. This girl was driving, and this car was right behind her, and was like passing her, and then slowing down in front of her, and then she like gets out and runs to a shut down building or whatever. He's like walking around looking for her, and it was like very intense and stuff. And that was the best scene of the movie. And he's like this cop that was in LA, but then for some reason was fired and had to go to some like random county outside of LA.
You can spoil it. Spoilers ahead.
Spoilers alert.
See this?
I've never even seen a Denzel movie in my life, so
wow.
You're missing
and
out.
I'm not going to see this. Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, you're not missing out on this one. I can tell you that.
Yeah, not on this one.
Doesn't he killed? So
Yeah, we find out later that he was hunting the serial killer, and they were at a crime scene, and there was dead bodies, and they heard noises in the bushes, so they drew their guns and were looking and stuff because they were like, these bodies are super fresh, like in the last like half hour. So then they're like, oh, is the serial killer still around? And he like runs into the bushes, and then this person pops out, shoots, and it ended up being one of the victims. Yeah, which like they were alluding to something had happened, but it was, I don't know, it was just weird.
It had Jared Leto in it too.
Yeah, he was the
Joker.
He was the bad guy,
The bad guy.
but
He
like
was just a
that
creepy
mean?
dude. That's all he was.
just weird,
Like a pervert or just creepy?
He was
just creepy, like super into like looking at local crime and stuff. Like he knew all the facts about
That's really weird.
cases. Yeah, and like he was
Is he a crime junkie?
Yeah, that's what I was trying
Like
to
a
say.
podcast?
But he was just weird, and they made it out to make it seem like he was the serial killer they were looking into. And like Denzel went up to LA to get some paperwork or whatever, and then he ended up working with Rami Malek's character.
Oh, it's that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah,
hunting.
okay. No, yeah, I was really interested in that until I saw one of the trailers.
Yeah, they were hunting the guy, and then like it ends up where he's like, "You want to know where the last body's buried?" And so like he drives Rami Malek out into the desert, and he's digging and he's messing with him, and I was like, he's gonna trick him, and then he's gonna kill Rami Malek, and Denzel's gonna be like, "Ha!" But no, and he's just like, by the way, I know where your family lives. And then he's just been messing with him the whole time. And then Rami Malek turns around, hits him with the shovel,
He
and he's
thumps
like,
him in the head with the shovel.
he's like, oh crap, I just killed him.
Yeah, he killed him
On accident?
on accident.
Because he had been messing with him for like 6 hours, and he's like, oh, I'm really sorry. The body's actually like 5 feet that way. And so he dug like 10 holes or whatever.
Yeah, he's been digging. It's
For
kind of like
hours.
Holes, the movie. He's just digging.
And so like, he's like, Denzel's like, you got him. That's the guy we're looking for. And then he's like, we never found the body. And then Denzel goes and like gets all the stuff from this dude's apartment to make it look like he ran away.
Yeah.
So are they like framing him kind of?
In a way.
Yeah,
Well,
because they couldn't
Since
prove
they
it.
accidentally killed him?
Yeah, and then
Well-
he's like, well, did you find like a red, I almost said a baguette.
I get.
What are those hair
Beret?
berets? Yeah. Because like that's what one of the girls was wearing whenever she was kidnapped, the one they were looking for. And then he's like, yep. And it turns out at the end, Denzel had bought one from a store. And so it's like, okay, we never know if he's the actual serial killer or not.
He probably wasn't.
Doesn't seem like he was from what you were saying.
And Denzel Washington, like he went through like the process, like he's went through it, like accidentally killing somebody, and he didn't want Rami Malek's character to go through that too. So he was.
Yeah.
I don't think Rami Malek's
Like
in it.
accidentally killing an innocent person
Yeah.
and knowing they're innocent.
Yeah. So I think Denzel Washington's character did not want Rami Malek's character to go through what he did. So he was making it seem like it was actually
So
like
he
that was the
trying to
guy.
like kind of like protect him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Rami Malek believes, I think, at the end of the
Yeah.
movie that was the guy.
Yeah.
So, but it actually wasn't.
Yeah, there was no climax to the movie.
There wasn't.
That
I
sounds
guess
so
the
boring.
climax was him getting hit in the head with a shovel.
It was like 2 hours and 8 minutes of build up to nothing.
Was the shovel like towards the end?
It was like one of the last scenes.
In the last like
Wow.
20 minutes.
Yeah, that movie sounds just straight up boring, not interesting.
It was a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah, like halfway through, I was like, okay, I better start getting good. And it never did.
It felt like a ripoff to this one movie. They bear similarities. Like, it's not the same exact plot, but this movie called Seven with
Oh, yeah.
No, I was about to say Denzel Washington. Morgan Freeman and
Yeah.
Brad Pitt. He's like, come on, what's in the box?
Oh.
And it's his wife's head.
Yeah.
And that's what it reminded me of. I haven't seen the movie myself, but I want to.
Yeah. I mean, like, it felt like a bad version of, you haven't seen it, but Denzel's other movie, The Equalizer.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, The Equalizer 1 and 2.
Isn't there a show now with like Queen Latifah?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't watched it, but The Equalizer is basically like the same thing where he's like an ex-cop and like this guy's like hunting him down.
Have you seen Fences?
Yeah.
I wanted to watch that one. I haven't watched it yet though. It's based off of an actual, was it a play?
Yeah.
Yeah. With good old Viola Davis in it too. I
When
remember
did that come out?
it came out like 2017, 2018. Like it was nominated for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like that one scene I've seen of Viola Davis like with like kind of like a mess. Like she has like snot run down her nose, like she's crying, like something like that.
Yeah, I've
because
seen that on like film Instagram accounts.
Yeah,
a
because
lot and
she was
stuff.
nominated that year, so for best actress or supporting actress. I'm not too sure what kind of role she had, but
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you
that
haven't
just
seen
wasn't
it
a good
yet,
movie.
don't watch it.
Yeah.
Unless like you want to watch every movie out there, then I guess you'll have to watch it eventually. But it's
Yeah.
not going to be a good one. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm paying for our family's HBO subscription, and honestly, I may cancel it.
Really, I think HBO Max is my favorite streaming service out of them
Really?
all. Yeah.
I may ask if like maybe my parents and my sisters like want to do some sort of like split system, because right now I pay the $15 a month,
I do too.
which like I don't mind doing because I mean I'd waste $15 on something else,
Yeah.
but it's like all the like 90% of the movies I've watched on there terrible.
They have Pulp Fiction on there. They recently added. I haven't seen it, so
Yeah.
I got to watch that on there.
Yeah, but like the new movies.
They added Kill Bill too, so that's what I watched it on yesterday.
Have you guys watched the Snyder Cut yet?
No,
No.
it's too long.
No, it's not.
4 hours is a long
honestly
Watch it
not
in two
interested.
sittings and you're good.
I don't want to watch a movie in 2 sittings.
It'll be like at school. Be nostalgic.
I don't know if I want that nostalgia.
No. I was okay watching movies in school because it wasn't
School.
work.
My friend Ethan and I, we'd put it on like the last like 3 times we've hung out, and we just fall asleep like 5 minutes in.
I was
So-
there one of the times.
I think you've said Ethan's name like 20 times
Only
in the
like
last
2 or 3.
hour.
Well, before we
Not-
started,
I mean,
recording,
like,
the podcast.
I just mean since he's been here.
yeah. Well, they don't know that. Now you just had to tell them something they
We
didn't
thought
need
he
to know.
was dead, okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry.
I think
Turns out
if
he's
you
alive.
thought-
Unless
I
someone's
think if
just
you thought
typing
that
on
was
his Snapchat for him.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You guys wouldn't be here if
we
it was
were
that.
concerned, Kellen.
I was just pointing out a fact.
We care about our friends.
It was a fact that didn't need to be pointed out.
I mean, it's just a neutral fact.
Did the audience gain?
Were you
anything from
embarrassed by that?
No, they did not.
Do they gain anything from any of what we're talking about? I don't
Yes.
think so.
Yeah, they're gaining
Knowledge.
some knowledge.
Like what? Oh,
We
that
just
that
told
you
them
said,
about the little things, that
And
they
they're
don't have to
getting
watch
some
it.
insight into our personal lives sometimes too.
like how you said Ethan's name, like
Like
20
our
times.
fans.
I said it like 2 times this episode.
Yeah, I said it once.
Sorry, I bothered you. I didn't know that would happen.
What was I saying again?
I don't
Oh,
know.
we're talking about the Snyder
well,
Cut.
you said
And you were like, well, you said his name like 20 times.
And then we're talking about
that's exactly what I said.
HBO Max.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I don't really care for HBO Max that much.
It's a great streaming service.
I'm more of a. I like Hulu and Disney Plus the most. Mainly Hulu.
Hulu sucks.
What do you mean?
I never use Hulu.
I use Hulu like almost every day.
I use Hulu every day because I have Hulu Live TV. That's the only reason why, though. It's not because I want to. It's because I
Bro,
have to.
I pay for the Hulu with no ads.
Ooh, I would maybe enjoy Hulu a little more if there was no ads.
Well, there is. If you
I
pay
mean-
$12 a month,
I mean, I think that's ridiculous. Where
it's
it's
only
like,
6 with ads, which is really cheap.
I mean, yeah, it seems weird. Like, why not just do the no ads?
Well,
Like put that out, not the one with ads.
because they saw an
they
opportunity
give
to make
cheaper
more money.
option
Yeah.
for the people that can't afford the
Yeah.
no ads.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not honestly like I don't really know what I'd be watching on Hulu if I didn't have live TV.
Yeah,
But
me too.
Just got an ESPN notification on my phone. Shohei Ohtani recorded 2 outs before he was pulled in the first inning after allowing 7 runs.
Wow.
Well,
Is he
That's the worst outing
Royals,
of his career.
Royals pitcher?
I wish.
I wish.
Not based off that.
I wish he was on the Royals. Yeah, that's his worst performance ever.
Ooh.
Everybody has bad days.
Yeah.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Why is it called the World Series if it's just American teams?
It's not. There's one Canadian team.
Okay.
That's the world.
North American teams, mainly
Okay,
US.
even if it was all of the World Series, the American teams would win like 90% of the time anyways.
Okay.
Most likely true, yeah.
Maybe even
I mean-
100% almost.
I mean, that's just like a
So basically the World
Big
Series
assumption.
still... No,
like
trust me, it's not.
world champions. Like for that and the Super Bowl.
Well, these are all American sports, so America's like
I
better.
mean,
Yeah.
they're played other places.
Yeah,
Not
they are,
re-
but
Yeah, but like the competition, the skill level between America and then other places, typically there's a huge gap.
Yeah.
you know, like kind of like the same with soccer, like how we
but you
suck
never know.
exponentially at soccer while every other
Or, like,
country's.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most inclusive in terms of world
Yeah, it is,
championships
yeah.
because it's
Like-
actual world championships.
In the Olympics, how you in basketball in the Olympics, Team USA wins basically every single time.
Oh yeah, they win. They win. Like the basketball team always wins, but like other than like the American sports, America's actually pretty like bad at everything else. So
Yeah.
yeah.
we don't got world class sprinters. We don't got. We have
Do you
a
know
world
who
class.
Casey Lightfoot is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
world class
Yeah.
pole jumper.
vaulter.
Yeah, he's
Pole vaulter.
he
Yeah.
qualified and is going to be in the Olympics.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you knew him.
I knew him.
He was in my gym class.
I knew of him and was in cross country with him in middle school.
I did sports with a Olympic athlete,
Yeah.
such
What's
as
up?
I was pretty close with him in terms of like school.
I've
Yeah.
played with professional baseball players technically,
Well-
and no professional baseball players.
we were on the same ultimate frisbee team.
Oh,
and
wow.
we won.
I was in a class of him that consisted of 6 people.
So you actually,
IB
you actually
sports?
like
Yeah,
knew
Ivy
him.
Sports Science. I actually knew him. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, we had a group chat. I got his number. You know,
You should text him and be like, "Congrats."
we should get him on the show, even though like he would
I don't
not
think he
want
would
to.
do that.
I think he's busy training.
Yeah, he probably is.
Probably.
And after that, I'd imagine that there's a bunch of other interviews or like
Yeah,
things that he has to
I
get
doubt
to.
he
Yeah,
would.
I think we missed our chance with that.
We did.
I
miss our
doubt he would
chance.
do a podcast with one guy that he barely knew from high school and then 2 guys that he didn't know
Well,
from high
Kellen
school.
was a teammate with him.
Yeah.
Well, so was
Former
I.
teammate.
In terms of athletics, we crushed it.
You're probably like on the same level as him too. You could be in the Olympics
I mean, yeah.
if you just trained.
What were we talking about before?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about
world championships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they also call the NBA championships like the world championships for basketball as well. Same with
Yeah.
football, Super
Because
Bowl.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, well, we don't. It's not because of those Canadian teams. It's just because.
And we are the best. They really probably are the best team in the world. at
That's
that point.
probably, but that's like saying this person won an election whenever nobody else was included.
It's because they weren't good enough to be included. Because people come to America to play to play basketball. They don't go
Yeah.
anywhere else to play basketball. I mean, they go to China if like they're not good enough. But
Or
Well,
like
yeah.
for baseball too.
yeah,
I never
if you
said
want to
I
make
never,
it in baseball, you come to America mainly.
Yeah, I never said American teams aren't probably the best, but
They are.
you never know.
It's a fact.
Until,
Statistically,
I mean,
best.
statistically, no, because the World Championships consist of one country.
but whenever it comes to the Olympics and the like the sports, most of the time America
if
wins.
it's an American sport, we're winning.
Well, they don't have football in the Olympics. And they
Yeah,
don't-
because
they
like
don't know if
nobody
they have
else
baseball
plays
either, but-
football except for Canada, and they have Canadian football, so it's not even the same.
Yeah. Oh, I see your point with the MLB one though, because like whenever they have like that World Series,
Oh,
like
the baseball whatever.
Yeah, they actually have like a huge baseball World
teams.
Series.
One of the Central America teams
They always win.
They usually always win.
Yeah. So
Wait, so there's an actual like baseball World Series?
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
like World Series.
Does America participate in it?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Team USA, baby.
Yeah, but they don't do very
We
good
don't-
as opposed to
we don't
those other
win.
teams. Because a lot of the
How
talent,
not?
a lot of the talent.
It's always mainly a Central America team that
Okay.
wins, but all those guys all play in the MLB
Well, then why don't?
because they're
Why doesn't
representing.
USA send MLB players?
They do.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then, how can we say the U.S. is the best?
That's
Because-
why I
because-
just went back on that
It's
though.
well, I'd still say that because the people that play in the MLB are the best, and we're an American
It's an American
baseball league.
So
So technically, we are still the best. At
yeah,
baseball.
but like if you
Yeah.
wanted to like to play it like by like what like by country like that type of thing, then yeah, we're not the best.
We're like, yeah, like
We don't breed.
so the
best
U.S.
baseball
doesn't
players.
player
necessarily
specific-
produce the best players.
No, but
they
we
just harbor the best
we
players.
have the
yeah,
best
that's
players.
how it is,
Okay.
We own the
Exactly.
best players.
So they're like, hey guys, come here. Come to the U.S.
Yeah, the MLB got lucky that like it started way back in the day, as because like imagine like a baseball league like started like back in like in one of those Central America countries, and like that's how.
Well, I don't know if that'd take off still because
They
the
don't have the
countries just
market.
aren't as big as America
Yeah.
as the United States, and they don't have the type of market for that.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
The storage is almost full already.
Oh,
There's a tiny little sliver.
really?
Yeah.
No way. That has to be your phone.
No, it's not. Trust me.
That's weird.
It's been going up slowly.
That
Oh.
can't be true.
I mean,
That's impossible.
yeah.
yeah.
So, Loki,
Loki.
Low-key bad.
Loki, good.
I like Loki.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna
well,
wait.
you just don't really like Marvel that much, anyways.
Well,
We've went over this.
yeah. I'll go last.
What'd you think of episode 3?
Well, we still have episode 2 to talk about too.
I
That's
think we
old
should
news.
just skip it.
I don't even
Because
remember
you guys
episode
didn't
2
watch
anymore.
it last
I
week.
don't remember episode 2 either.
Yeah.
I mean, remember it.
I mean, I just watched episode 2 and 3 yesterday though, and I don't even remember
episode 2 is when
anymore.
they introduce what's her name?
Sylvie,
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
but they don't actually like.
Spoilers.
Yeah, there's spoilers.
And this is from. We're talking about last week's episode though,
Oh, yeah.
so it's not spoilers.
Two
Well, I
weeks
mean, like
ago.
some
2
people
weeks
will
ago.
wait
Yeah.
till
This
it's
is not
fully been
spoil-
released to
Why would
just
you do
watch
that?
it. I mean,
Well, this isn't spoilers. If you can talk about it on Twitter freely, it's not spoilers.
Well, then, what do you mean? The nothing spoilers.
Well, still, like
Because you can talk about anything on
there's
Twitter.
episode 4 spoilers still till the next episode comes out.
Well,
but you could talk.
people had to have been spoiled by now that that variant is.
Yeah, you spoiled it
Sylvia.
for me.
Yeah, well, because I had no idea. We won't talk
Yeah.
about it. Well, I want to talk about it. So,
All right, episode 3.
no, episode 2.
Ep-
So,
Ah.
well, after we watched episode 1, I was talking to Grant. Well, we were talking here, like, have you seen episode 2 yet? That type of thing, like 2 episodes ago.
I said
2
no.
podcast episodes
Yeah.
ago. And Grant said no. And he said he hadn't seen it, but he knew that there was some sort of variant. Like some sort
Oh,
of,
yeah.
All I knew is that there was another variant that was introduced, and it was a girl.
yeah.
And then Dom says that it's another Loki variant, and it's like I didn't
Well,
know
I
that.
thought we knew that. In
Yeah.
episode 1, they tell you that it's a variant of Loki. Like,
Yeah.
remember,
yeah,
like,
but I didn't know that was the variant that the new variant that was introduced. They actually met.
Yeah, I thought it
in
was
the show.
assumed.
I thought that was assumed too.
No,
Like, there's a Loki variant that was introduced in episode 1. So whenever I said, yeah, the Loki variant is a girl,
well, I didn't think that we would have already met the other Loki variant that early. So I just assumed that it was just another variant that they caught that would like help them out or something, like Loki is.
well,
Yeah.
we can jump to episode 3 now.
Oh,
Not as
I'll
good.
go last.
Well,
I still enjoyed it a lot.
I did
but
not.
I liked it.
My
I
least
mean-
favorite episode so far.
I think I think episode 2 is my favorite. Well, maybe episode 4, but you guys haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Episode 4 is actually definitely my favorite. Episode 3.
We're on 3.
We're on 3.
I don't know.
I liked it.
I did like it. Yeah.
It like my mom. I was talking to my mom about it because we watched this together, and she said she hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she was like, why do they need to work together if like she's supposed to be the bad guy, that type of thing. It's like, well, they're trying to survive. That's why they're working together.
They want to live so they don't die permanently.
Yeah.
Like I would work. I would work with the quote unquote bad guy if it was to survive and get out of there alive. Like who wouldn't do that?
It's very, very cliche. Like a lot of shows do it. Like where like the good guy, the quote unquote good guy, and the bad guy, they get stranded
the protagonist
somewhere.
and the antagonist.
Protagonist and the antagonist.
Loki is not.
Those
the
are
good
more.
guy.
Yeah, the protagonist and the antagonist. They get stranded somewhere together, and they got to work together to get back.
Yeah, it happens all the time and stuff.
Yeah. I remember it happened in Ben 10. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm an avid Ben 10 fan, so.
And you are 20 years old?
Yeah, is there a problem with that?
Nope. Just wondering.
I think there was some subtle intention there.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you had some malicious intent.
Telling you
with
do that all
comment.
the time.
Yeah.
You do that all the time, Kellen. Like
I don't lie about it though.
With that whole little Ethan situation earlier. But we can move on from that.
That was Anyways. I thought it was interesting. Anyways. Okay, I can have suspension of disbelief for watching stuff. But not whenever they make such a big deal at the beginning of the episode where it's like, oh my God, this moon is crashing in and all these meters.
A planet
Okay,
crashing
whatever.
into a moon.
Whatever. Okay.
That was vice versa.
All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, this object is crashing in, and all these meteors are going to kill us if we get hit. And at first, I thought there was like some fighting going on because it was just like purple lasers. But
that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Until
were
I saw
moving
the planet.
weirdly. It looked like somebody's YouTube video that they edited. But then they were like hiding, and it was like shaking and stuff. And then the rest of the episode, it wasn't a problem. Like they made such a big deal out of it. But then for the rest of the episode, they just were walking around like normal.
I think at the beginning of the episode, they were just in an area that was more likely to get hit.
Well,
How does that work though?
But that area would have to be huge because like they can't. It's not like they would have traveled so far that they're out of that radius because that's a lot of walking.
I understand
and, like,
your
you could
thinking.
see it so close. I feel like that would affect like the gravity, the atmosphere. Like what is going on? And then they're just like, oh, we made a big deal out of it, but we're just gonna. It's just like plot hole.
But then again, there is also a very, very small chance that a meteor would just happen to hit exactly where they are.
But they're not even looking.
Except that was happening at the very beginning of the episode, though.
Like I would be like constantly.
I know. Well, yeah, I would
Yeah.
too.
And like, there's also like blast radius.
But then again, it is 2 Lokis. I feel like they would be able to tell if there's a meteor heading right for them.
I mean, I just think it's stupid.
I wanted.
Because why bring it up if they're not gonna continue?
Well, it affected them at the end a lot.
Did you like how it cut off like that?
Exactly. At the very beginning and at the very end, but not the middle at all.
I liked it. They just like cued the music and like.
There's so many times during these Marvel shows where it's like very climactic music and something's happening. I just expect for the episode to end, but then I check and it still has like 10 minutes left. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But then I knew episode 3 was going to end when it was going to end because it was obvious.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping that like maybe Sylvie and like Loki could talk about like Loki would have been like, "Do you got the Avengers?" And then she would have said, "Yeah," or something like that. Maybe just name drop them would have been a little cool.
I was just about to accidentally spoil episode 4 because I was about to say something that happened at the beginning of episode 4 that I forgot wasn't in episode 3 at the end.
Okay, well, just know that episode 3 ends as soon as the ship
explodes.
When the big arch thing explodes. Yeah.
Yeah, Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
On that planet. Yeah.
Storage definitely about to be full.
It doesn't make
it's
any
in the
sense.
red and the sliver's so tiny.
I deleted that.
I don't know.
That past. It doesn't make any logical sense.
Wait,
to me.
are you recording 1080 30 or 1080 60?
Maybe 1080 60.
I think we actually do record 1080 30 most time. Maybe that's why it's filling up.
No,
more.
because
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but on YouTube, on Final Cut, it always says 30.
well, because I always have the one of the shutter speed or the ISO, one of the two. You're supposed to have it at half of what your frame rate is, and I always have that number at 30. So I just did the math, and that would be 60. So
The shutter speed is 1/60 right now.
it's what?
1/60.
Yeah. So that's 60.
Well, you said it should be half of your frame rate.
Wait. Okay, can I see that real quick? Sorry, viewers. We're
Technical difficulties right now.
32, 1/60.
Should we just stop it while we?
I mean, we have time to like end it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be 30.
Yeah. Maybe that's why.
Mistakes were made. You guys will get a shorter episode today. We'll wrap up here soon.
Only about like 10 minutes.
Yeah. What did I want to say about the episode? Talking about Loki. How he just like stopped that building.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, but like it just
he's
seems very
magic. I've never seen him do stuff like that.
I think it was, yeah.
And
it's weird.
he used like the force too to pick up something in like one of the episodes.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know he had that kind of magic.
Well, we never seen that type of magic before up until this episode.
I know.
It's weird that they would introduce stuff about this character that we've seen in multiple movies.
Well, he never needed to use those
You'd
kind
imagine he
of
would've used
abilities.
I mean, like whenever he was attacking New York, that seems pretty helpful.
Yeah, that seems like a very helpful ability to have in New York. So
Who knows?
I saw this one fan theory that maybe like whenever Loki was like looking in the little drawer, maybe he took one of those Infinity Stones, you know?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, but one of the stones would have to have been it would have had to been a stone from that specific universe that they were at.
Yeah,
that's very unlikely.
Yeah.
And why is it that all of the variants we've seen, not variances in people, but just like the timelines and stuff, have either been from Earth or human planets?
Yeah.
Like whenever there's trillions upon trillions of people and species, it's
know.
like, and all the TVA workers are humans.
It's cheaper.
I mean that's stupid.
Did you like that plot twist
What plot twist?
about how Loki was talking to Sylvie and Sylvie said, they're all variants.
Yeah.
And Loki said, really? I thought they were born there. And she said, no, they had lives.
Just almost spoiled it again for you.
But again,
It's
like
not hard. Just don't think about episode 4.
okay.
all the
but when you
variants
say-
are from Earth.
When you say some of these things when we're just talking, it makes me think about stuff in episode 4. It's hard not to.
Well, you don't have to mention it, though. Just
Yeah,
think
just,
it in
it's
your
too
head.
bad.
Yeah, because then it's like, oh, there's a spoiler related to that.
Yeah,
Not necessarily. I
You
could
just-
be messing with you.
it's possible.
Well, that's
but I don't
stupid.
believe it.
I don't know. I think it's stupid to be like, oh, this TVA is in charge of the timeline for all of the galaxy.
Do you guys think the TVA is even real? Or if it was just like made up by some people and they're like somehow like wiped everybody's mind?
I think it has to be real. I mean, it seems like a huge thing to not be real.
Yeah.
It just seems pointless.
I feel like the TVA's intentions, like at the core, like higher up, aren't what all the workers think it is.
Yeah, I think that's what
Like
they
there's-
alluded to.
Yeah, there's definitely way more to than just keeping the timeline intact.
Just keeping the timeline intact. That
Yeah.
seems like a pretty big thing.
Okay, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know how they'd bring them down, though, because they seem like they'd be like pretty powerful beings if Infinity Stones don't work in that little pocket
Yeah,
of
where even
space
are
they're
they?
at.
They're not anywhere. They're not even like, they don't have time where they are.
Yeah.
I thought it was always pretty cool how like Loki would mention how he would want to talk to them god to god, because technically he is a god.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's on the same level.
Yeah. Yeah.
he's a pretty mortal god as
Mm-hmm.
far as they come.
Because he can die
Yeah,
just by like
He did die.
a stab.
he did die.
Yeah.
He got his neck snapped.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem all godly to me, if you ask me.
And any normal person can just die from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't like how Marvel and Star Wars, like the rarity that there are aliens, most of the time they're like humanoid aliens. They're just like people.
Jabba wasn't humanoid.
Well, yeah, but that's
His top body
that's
was,
like one instance. Or like aliens with gills, or like people with gills.
You also gotta think of it from a business standpoint. It's much cheaper to
but
have
if you're creating a story, it's just stupid.
It's also relatable too. Like if you look at that thing, like you're like, oh, that looks like it resembles my body. So
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I feel like having like some sort of blob as your main character.
That'd be
it doesn't have
like
to be
a
the
Jabba
main
the
character.
Hutt is your main character.
Yeah,
Doesn't even speak English.
Yeah,
Who
I
would
mean-
watch that?
Doesn't have to be a main character,
Well,
but like, why is the TVA all humans?
that's a good point.
It seems
Who knows?
stupid.
I don't know.
If they control the galaxy,
Are the
You
timekeepers
mean the universe,
humans?
not even just a galaxy.
Who
the
knows?
universe.
who knows? I'm just saying.
Who even knows what the timekeepers really are?
Yeah, I don't know, but I just mean like the TVA and like Thanos is just a big purple person.
You'd be kind of purple
He's
though.
built different. So I think we probably need to wrap it up.
Okay.
Well, we would have talked more about Loki, but unfortunately, their mistakes were made. So
Who will be the lucky 25th subscriber?
Might be me on a second account. You never know.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
delete
never know.
the YouTube.
What?
What?
Wrap it up, Kellen.
What? Okay. Subscribe to the YouTube. Be the 25th person. All the plugs from the beginning. Go to them. Subscribe. Look at the comments below. You know what to do. Description.
Yep. Goodbye.
Adios.